Hello everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood Reaper here, and today I'm going to be reading for you a very special creepypasta, written and narrated by me, the Reaper. So, if it's shit, I do apologize, it is my first one, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Our Destruction by Jackson R. Perry. Narrated by Jackson R. Perry. This is a fight we can't win. I'm going to die today, along with everyone I care about. Frosty, we're locked and loaded on the other flanks. How copy, over? Dunderfoot says into the radio. Dunder, I've got the squad moving into the north defensive positions. Over. I respond. Thermals indicate approximately 30 seconds. Over. Dunder says. See you on the ground. It's been good. Let's give these fuckers a show. Over. I say. We all know what's coming. They're smarter, more agile, and stronger than most of us. Genetically perfect. I command the small militia of highly effective special forces, although I guess those 100 remaining unassimilated soldiers can't really be that special. Behind each of the flanks, which of course there are 4 of, is Operation Finale, otherwise known as The Last of Us. Us being true humans, free-willed, that being the only real difference between us and them. Which, along with being genetically evolved far past us, makes them very, very deadly. There. Now you know just as much as us. We haven't a clue who made them, how they spread, how they absorb, or even why they want nothing more than to take our minds. Genie, bring the saw and follow me upstairs. Demolitions, go set up some surprises for our guest. And prep the big sticks for fire on only large groups or vehicles. Everybody else, post up with a partner and get ready. ETA 30 seconds. If you're not familiar, a saw is a squad automatic weapon, easily capable of splitting those perfs in half like a zipper. And the big stick? Well, you point at something and it's gone in a ball of fire. My squad salutes and confirms the orders. Gonzo and Presley, our demolitions, split out in a sprint to place the shredder mines. I couldn't begin to explain how vital it is that they are the last to die. We have a single big mortar smack dab in the middle of the base behind us, which, since it has to fire at such close range, will take a long time to fire on specific positions. Meaning, again, if any of the flank commanders need fire support, they'll need to guess where it's going to be needed for effective fire. Genie follows me as I kick open one of the upstairs rooms with 2 windows. He immediately takes the one on the left and sets up the saw's bipod. I drop the extra bag next to him that has another several thousand rounds, easily more than what he usually has on him. I told him to never stop firing. Being the incredibly loyal and honestly the big crazy soldier he is, he smiles and says, "Yes, sir!" with excitement. I don't usually run a bipod on my M4, but this is a special occasion. I prop the gun on the windowsill and look down the scope. the red reticle dancing over the ruins of the small town. Operation Finale is located on a large hill encircled by a sparse yet cumbersome forest. The smoldering town is still visible in front of me, which means that that's where they're coming from, at least on my flank. All is quiet. With any intelligence, you'd know that when one side starts the fight, the other will with synchronicity. That's how they'll attack us, an overrun tactic. At least, that's what makes sense. I keep rotating my rifle from left to right, scanning everything. All is quiet. 30 seconds pass. 60 seconds. Finale, can I get a thermal reading? Over. We clocked 20,000 heat signatures. They're gone now. Over. Our technical operator says, fear easily recognizable in his voice. Damn it! They're gonna bomb us. A single F-22 anti-ground could end us. Over. Dunderfoot says. If that was the plan, they'd have sent 30 of them. They want something we have, whatever it is. Over. Gonzo aims a big stick down the hill, ready for the targets. His head immediately explodes. I watch as blood sprays all over Presley. Those two couldn't be closer. Best friends who have fought many a firefight together. I hear Presley scream, grabbing and holding his friend as blood continues to soak him. I yell through the radio at him just before he almost sticks his head out to fire a rocket at whatever he sees. Presley, keep your goddamn head down before you get the same damn fate. There's a fucking sniper. They're going after our biggest threats first. I scan for the bastard, but he's in deep somewhere. I find the one building in town that comes anywhere close to being tall enough for a shot like that, and I put a mortar hit on it. Finale, put some fucking steel on that position. Over. Affirmative, Frosty. Firing for effect. A short time later, I hear the mortar fire 3 rounds. And an even shorter time after that, does the mortars level the building. I expected a bunch of ecstatic yelling, but instead, I hear hundreds of men screaming as a flood of shadow-armored soldiers pour out of every building in the town. The town which surrounds each flank, more so on mine. Contacts! I yell. Oh fuck! Every commander yells through the radio with slight deviations. In half a second, the hill fires relentlessly out towards the massive army, which then fires back. Bullets fly every which way, both sides unloading, the sight reminding me of a damn sci-fi movie. Genie, spray the base of the hill, don't let him start to climb. I yell and unload my rifle on the enemy myself, my shoulder absorbing the shock of each bullet. Yes, sir! He yells back, the sound of his gun being a deafening force. Presley, why haven't I seen an explosion? Fire! With pleasure, he says with cold determination. Presley posts and fires, a huge explosion of body parts being a fantastic sight. A round goes straight through Presley's shoulder, just above his chest plate. He drops onto a knee, clutching his shoulder as the rock he hides behind protects him from a swarm of bullets. Medic! I scream. Behind me, our team medical professional runs down the stairs, nearly falling down them as he sprints towards Presley. Get him back in the fight! A bullet whizzes above my head. I duck down. Oh, fuck. Ain't dead yet, I mumble. Posting back up, I continue to fire at the soldiers desperately trying to rush the hill. I can only imagine the rest of the flanks are going through the same thing. From the distance between us and the enemy, it looks like thousands and thousands of ants. Finale! There's gotta be more than 20,000. Over! I need immediate mortar support on our flank, just to the base of the hill! Dunderfoot nearly cuts me off. Firing for effect. Over. I hear the drumbeat of the mortar firing 30 seconds later, the loud whistle of death being heard just before the explosions. Below me, the medic sprints out into the firefight. bullets flying past the brave soldier. A round grazes his leg just as he makes it to Presley. He tumbles forward behind the rock, then gets to work on Presley's shoulder. Double time, Edmed. The only thing keeping us alive is the distance between us and them. I yell over the radio at the medic, who picks up the pace. Another mortar strike is called, and once again I hear the whistle of death. This time, a cheer from the east flank's radio comes after. Presley, why am I not seeing body parts? I say through the radio. A rocket sails through the air with a trail of smoke behind it. The front of the advancing wave absorbed into a fireball. Oh yeah! Hoorah, motherfuckers! Presley yells loud enough I can hear him. The enemies lose ground, which allows Jeannie to drop the empty drum mag onto the floor and load a fresh one, pulling back the slide with a successful rack. I continue to make bodies, each burst of my M4 taking a life. At least. Just like my mentor taught me. Edmed runs back towards our building, around knocking his helmet off. Fuck! Fuck! He yells and dives through the glass window just below me. His helmet spins to a stop on the dirt, a hole through the top of it. The large wave begins to advance, but Presley fires another silver bullet that pushes them back with another explosion. The trail through the air is still visible long after the rocket hits its mark. Come on, you fucks, come get it. Genie mutters to himself as he fires. I can see the heated red tip of his gun, smoke rising from it as he continues to unleash hell. Keep it up, G! A bullet slices his trigger finger off, a lucky yet devastating shot. His screams fill the room. Medic! I scream. No, I'm fine, he says, switching his hold on the gun. You sure, brother, I ask. Never been better, he says, and starts firing again. The base of the hill is strewn from end to end with black armored bodies, and more body parts than I could possibly count. We've easily halved the enemy forces. For my 20-some men, that's something else. On the north flank, the enemies are down to half. How's everybody else? I say into the radio. Looking good. We're holding them. Fine and dandy. This is Dunda. Enemies are very close boom can be heard. I stand up and rush out of the room, looking toward Dunder's flank, a high smoke cloud easily visible. Shit. Everybody on the first floor, go support Dunder's flank. Go, 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 go! I split our flank. Dunder's flank only had that building for cover, so at the very best they lost 3/4 of their men, including the flank commander, Dunder. Behind me, bullets pierced through the wall behind the room I was in. A focused fire from the enemy on our saw position. Genie! I run back in, bullets still flying around me. Genie grips his side, a stain of red blood starting to spread. I slide beside him, putting a hand on his shoulder. He shrugs me off. I'm fine, he says, and mounts his machine gun once again. I mirror him and continue to fire. Presley sends another rocket, this time at the center mass of the group. Before celebrating, a bullet cuts through the side of his neck. He drops to the ground. No! Presley! I yell. If we still had all of our men, we would have noticed the lone perf crawling up the hill, who just took out our only demolitions, who also just popped out of cover with an LGRP. And for you non-military personnel, that means laser-guided rocket projectile. Time seems to slow down. I yell and start to stand. I go to dive onto Genie, but as soon as I'm upright, he tackles me and shields me with his body. The rocket sails through the window. Fuck. Genie's limp body is on top of me. He's very obviously dead. I'm very sorry, my friend. I push him off me and crawl across the ground, the now half-intact room barely protecting me. They'll assume I'm dead, so if I pop up with a saw, I could probably take out a good few of them. I very slowly look out the window to the last quarter of the big group nearly to us. I duck down and take a breath, then stand up. Before I can fire, however, at least 20 explosions detonate right under the enemy. I look over to see Presley, blood gushing out of his neck, as he drops the shredder mine detonators, lifts up 2 big sticks, and fires. The most beautiful ground-shaking explosion comes right after. Then Presley, standing straight up, is shot from head to toe. He stands for a moment, like he's trying to fight off his inevitable death, then falls to the ground. I can't even see with all the red dust flying around, so I duck down and use my radio. Fuck. Who's still alive? Looks like it's just me, Edmed says through the radio. Run back to base. I'll finish it from here. I say into the radio. Not a chance, he replies. That's an order, I say. He gives a defeated okay. It's just me now. I look out the window and almost lose my head. 10. Only 10 of them remain standing. All of them now looking at my position. I army crawl out of the room, flatten myself against the wall, and drop the mag in my M4 and load my last fresh one. Ripping the bipod off, I slowly move down the stairs. My heart pounds in my chest as I silently move towards the door on the left side of the building. A head looks through the door's window. I put a round through it. Diving through a door to my right, I exit the building facing the town. 2 soldiers on my left turn to fire, but I drop them before they get the chance. A bullet slices right through my left arm. I spin around and crouch, firing crazily with one arm into the soldier behind me. He drops. My support arm falls limp. I drop the M4, useless to me now that I don't have the use of my left arm. Diving back through the window as more bullets are fired, I lay on my back just under the window. Pistol drawn, 9mm Beretta at the ready. I believe I retreated farther into the building. I hear 2 sets of boots run towards the door in front of my feet, which gets kicked open and 2 soldiers rush in. I fire twice, both hitting the mark. The soldiers drop to the ground. Before I can move, however, another dives in above me, knocking the pistol out of my hand. I jump and dive into a somersault, the shadowed soldier spraying his rifle just behind me. I tackle him, sending the gun clattering against the ground. The soldier kicks me off of him, my back cracking against the wall. The soldier is already at me, lifting me into the air, putting me face to face with the reflective black faceplate.
You were so close,
he says in a demonically low voice. He takes out his knife and stabs me in the chest, my hand being the only thing between my heart and the blade. The soldier maniacally laughs and rips the blade out and inserts it into my thigh. He lets me fall to the ground, ripping the knife out.
It's over for you all.
You think this was a last stand? Pathetic. I pity you, you fucking perfs. Couldn't see past a simple, very simple stall play. The soldier goes silent.
Prepare to die,
he says, and goes for a quick jab to my jugular. A small rock bounces against the soldier's helmet. He slowly looks toward where it came from. There, at the door, is the towering, shiny, white armored soldier, his own entirely encompassing helmet having a skull painted onto the faceplate. He beckons the shadow soldier on, who lunges at him with his knife. In a flurry of motion, the knife goes through and through the enemy soldier's neck. He drops to his knees. The white soldier, otherwise known as my mentor, the Reaper, snaps the soldier's neck with both sides of the knife. Fucking pitiful if you ask me, he says, then throws the knife he took from the soldier's neck into the soldier just entering the room, then throws his own knife with a spinning flip, another soldier entering just as the knife goes straight through his head. Is finale ready? Yes. Okay, son, let's get you out of here, he says before throwing me over his shoulder.